Let me say it this way, because you know I'm always going to tell the truth, right? Okay.
Welcome to the Tech School Podcast, powered by DSDT. I'm Josh.
I'm Cryptolos.
Hi, Cryptolos. How are you doing today?
How are you today, sir?
Carlos, how's it going, man?
It's okay.
All
Don't forget
right.
about our student host as well.
Okay.
Don't forget about
Darren in the building. What's going on, man?
What's happening, guys?
All right.
I'm great.
Okay. Yeah, we're here to bring you the latest in technology education, a little bit of talk.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, wouldn't it be nice
Hello.
if you were watching like a live broadcast, for instance, the Super Bowl,
Yes.
right? And you happen to see Rihanna come out,
Okay.
and you didn't like the fact that she didn't have anyone join her. For instance, like Jay-Z or
No cameo.
Eminem, no cameos whatsoever, right?
Okay.
What if they could just stop the whole production because it was live and just start back over again and make it to your liking? What do you think about that?
Wow.
That would be incredible.
Right?
So
I think we just did something like that.
Yeah, we kind of did because we had audio issues. So we took a commercial break.
I think we just did something like that.
What you call that is taking a commercial break due to technical difficulties, get everything in order, then you come back. So alluding to your scenario,
Right?
hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically.
Okay. Super Bowl halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna comes on stage. She's solo.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful sight to see her expecting her second child. Have to point that out. Nevertheless, you're asking the question. You're feeling a little disappointed, respectfully, that she doesn't have any cameos, and you want to take a break, work that out, then come back. So hypothetically speaking, you're asking, could you go to commercial break? Hey, Jay-Z, I know you're at the game. Come on up to the stage, grab a microphone, and go umbrella with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe Eminem.
Is this gonna take?
Hey, Carlos asked the question. I'm trying to answer it. I mean?
Now that was a good one. But he is trying to answer the question.
Because
I had the answer already.
Now
but
listen,
I'm gonna let the brother
I
go ahead and do his
expected that
thing
answer
now.
to be so
Very
much shorter
short, yeah, 'cause
because
I was-
he is
yeah.
literally on television every day. Every day. And I know you guys have technical difficulties sometimes.
all the
don't you?
time.
Right.
And
right.
I just alluded to, you call it taking a commercial break when it gets out of hand to where the folks can't hear you.
Right.
If you have no audio,
And they're texting you in. Do they text you guys while you're on the air and all that stuff?
probably get some tweets or phone calls. It can kind of blow up a little bit. Like, hey,
Okay.
we can't hear you. What's going on?
So
Okay.
then you get angry.
Okay. All right.
Angry.
Well, I mean,
we can't hear. We can't see. This is wrong.
What is a visual media if you can't see or hear?
What's the longest in your tenure?
Yeah.
What's the longest have you guys ever gone without sound?
Ooh, I mean, you can't go too long.
Like, give me like one of your
Okay,
experiences.
a minute.
A minute without sound watching the news?
I'm
Wow.
kind of guessing. I'm
Wow.
gonna say maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if it like anything beyond 10 seconds is like cringe. Ooh,
Wow.
yeah, gotta go to commercial break.
Yeah.
If you can't hear, you can't hear.
You can.
We definitely heard that. All right.
Josh.
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying.
there you go. Yeah, you go to a commercial break, you get your stuff sorted out as quickly as possible, come back on, back to business.
Wow.
That's how it's done.
Wow. Professionals. Professionals.
We tried to conduct professionalism.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm glad I'm with you because you know I don't have that. in
Oh
me.
my goodness.
I'm
Oh my
glad
goodness.
you hold the professionalism down, and I'm gonna hold this side down where we can start over again if you guys really want to.
Oh, speaking of a live program.
Right.
Did you watch Chris Rock?
Oh man, you really want to talk about that?
We can touch on
You
it
really
a little
want
bit.
to talk about that?
Touch on it a little bit.
What was your take on it?
It was good.
Okay.
It was good. He didn't pull any punches.
Okay.
And look, comedy is not for folks who have thin skin.
Right.
He hit on everything.
Right.
Everything. Therefore, when you watch a program like that, when you attend a show like that, you have to be open to anything goes.
Okay.
That's going back to the Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle. I mean, that's what comedy is. It speaks about real life stuff in a raw but still humorous way.
Okay.
Depending on your perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was well done. And you finally got to hear him speak about the infamous slap at the Oscars.
Was it that infamous? Was it that infamous?
It was. I mean, it was bad.
Okay.
What are we talking about here? It was wrong.
Are
you one of those who still believe it was staged?
I am.
Oh my goodness.
I am. The more and more I watch it, the more and more I still think that it wasn't a real lick. And he has the audacity to say that he ate it like Pacquiao. Oh, you for real? The guy who played Pookie? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on.
I do like the phrase he laid out, selective outrage.
Yeah.
There is truth behind that because alluding to what you just said, he played Pookie in New Jack City. And I love the comment he hit where Will Smith played Muhammad Ali.
Right.
And I played Pookie in New Jack City.
Right.
Speaking about Chris Rock, where it lays out the question, would you have done that to other individuals? Yeah. But nevertheless, it was all wrong what Will Smith did. We all know that. But Chris finally spoke his piece on the matter. And he also laid out he wasn't going to do any media interviews.
I like that. I like that. He said that he wasn't going to play the victim.
Yes.
All right. He wasn't going to go to Oprah and
Gayle King or Good Morning America, I like that. The Today Show.
I will honestly say that I've never been a Chris Rock fan ever. Right.
Okay. I've always been a fan.
When he had his shows on HBO back in the 90s, probably it was, you know, I never really got his humor. Right. I will 100% state that I thought this was a great show.
Yeah.
I thought it really was. You know, he covered a lot of things that I found hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, I actually watched it on the plane coming back from Puerto Rico over the weekend. And so, I was able to really take it in for what it was. I appreciated it. You know, I love what the things that he said about a Jay-Z and a Beyonce. You know, even if Beyonce was working at, you know, a fast food, Jay-Z was still, you know, hollering because she's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if Jay-Z was at Burger King, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. You got that flavor, you got that swag.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can have all the swag in the world at Burger King, cut it out.
Oh my God.
Beyonce is not going to pull it. You know, but at the end of the day, I 100,000% agree with the fact that he thought it was I can't even say it. You know, it was a bad move. It was something
he
that
used
he should not have.
He used another word that starts with the letter B.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to say bad.
Thank you with all your professionalism. I appreciate it.
I'm trying.
Right.
I think the folks can follow what
I thought I really did. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought it was a moment. You know, and I also didn't know because I didn't catch it Friday night. It was the first time that Netflix
Saturday night.
Is it Saturday night or Friday?
Saturday night.
Okay, Saturday night. So he had this live premiere, the first time ever Netflix did anything like that.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, kudos to him. He got paid for it.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
and that shows where you talk about professionalism. I don't believe it was staged.
Right.
A lot of people in that situation, we all know, would have thrown caution to the wind in that moment.
Right.
He's clever enough. He's smart enough to eat that because he knows he's going to get paid down the line.
Now, that's your reasoning for saying it, right? Now, what was his reasoning as to why he didn't retaliate in that moment? Do you remember?
Refresh my memory.
He said the reason that he did not launch back at Will was because his mother taught him better.
Ooh, yes,
You
yes.
don't fight in front of white people.
Well,
And what I took from that was, if we have conflict as a community, like a family, you keep it in house.
Yeah.
Let's not embarrass each other.
Yeah.
And where he was hitting on, we embarrassed one another.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Yeah.
And especially during the Oscars at that time, that night, because it was an all-black production. You had a black host. Will Smith ruined his own moment later on when
Right.
he won the Oscar.
Right.
You keep the conflict, the tension in-house behind closed doors, and you work it out that way. You don't do it in public and make fools out of all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, absolutely. I agree 1,000%. And you know, he made some nice comments in regards to what perhaps Will was even going through. You know,
Yes.
he was like, you know, I'm not the one that put you in a situation and stuck a mic in your face
Mm-hmm.
and had you sitting there talking to the person who had abused and victimized you.
True.
So I think he had a lot of relevant points. I thought it was probably the best Chris Rock I'd ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So hands off to that man. I mean, hats off to that man and everything that he does from this point on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel as though perhaps he was vindicated?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what does Will do now?
I think Will just tries to move forward.
Okay.
Tries to continue doing the quote unquote right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just tries to redeem himself.
Okay.
And it has to be organic, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying he needs to go out and put on some kind of show. He needs to live his life and live his life the best way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to being a good role model as he once was.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Will Smith should do, in my opinion, because I don't think we're going to see. I mean, if it could happen, that would be a beautiful thing. But I don't think we're about to see Chris Rock and Will Smith sit down and have a kumbaya moment.
Okay.
If it happens, fantastic.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Who's going to sit down with a man who slapped him?
Chris Rock.
that's right.
Maybe. You know,
Chris
and that would speak
Chris
to
Rock.
the kind of human being he is in a very positive way.
Yeah. I don't know about that now.
Well, no,
he did get his kid thrown out of school. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we put everything in perspective.
Absolutely. What I'm saying is that would be eating it like Pacquiao.
Yeah.
If you're willing to sit down in public and have some kind of dialogue for the world to see.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see that,
Mm-hmm.
but if we do, wow. So Will just needs to focus on living his life in a positive way and be a positive role model.
Absolutely. I agree 100,000%. Hey, we want to make sure that we take a moment to welcome our
Darren!
student host, right?
Come
Hi
on.
there. I am. I'm listening. But there's some back and forth for me because what I think about the two of them, I definitely think that Will Smith was wrong. I thought it was $100 million moment. I don't know what Chris was supposed to do except take that money. I don't think anything was wrong with Chris. I don't think being smacked embarrassed him or turned him any type of way because he was there doing a job. He went back to do a job. I think he should have just told Will, hey, when you get back home, just write out my check for $100 million or $50 million and we can move on. I think this is taking too long. I really do.
What part do you think has taken too long?
The whole scenario, because he smacked the man. The man said, I'm not going to press charges. Now, anybody else who would have smacked somebody on TV would have been in jail that minute.
Oh, for sure.
So,
I mean, Chris Rock could have pressed charges.
Right.
He
so
could
we
have.
already knew that this was a step above anyway. When I say a step above, I mean it's not regular people. So
He didn't
Will
swing
knew-
back. He didn't press charge.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, Will knew he could do that.
Yes.
He wouldn't have gotten up there. And people say, well, he wouldn't have gotten up there and did that to Steve Harvey or so on, so on, so on.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe it's a
Right.
calculated risk. I'm sure he knew his calculated.
We don't know for sure.
Well, he's a very intelligent man. We're not talking about
Both are
Mr.
intelligent
Stupid.
men.
Yes, these men run multi-million-dollar industries.
Yes.
So, you know, they think things out ahead of time. They're both kind of like think tanks.
Mhm.
So when I say it takes too long, and this is taking too long, because I think it should have been done and over with.
Now, when you say done and over with, do you think it took Chris Rock too long to finally speak his piece on the matter?
Yeah.
Why?
Reason why? Well, for one, he went through it, so you can't tell whether or not he's hurt or healed.
That's why I
or
asked the question.
moving forward
Yeah.
or not. So, all right, but okay, everybody says, well, he's the comedian, he gets to say whatever the hell he wants. Well, what happens when you say whatever the hell you want and somebody comes up and get upside your head?
He kind of hit on that during the
Mhm.
show too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He kind of
Mhm.
hit on
He's
that.
like, I don't want another rapper
I don't
coming
want
after
another
me.
rapper mad
I
at
don't
me.
need another mad rapper
So I
coming
think,
after me.
some cautionaries, you know, some things have to be applied. I think it's a two-way rule. We just can't say, well, you're going to the comedy show to get relief, but you're in the front seat and now he gets to talk about you. Well, what if that's not your day to be talked about? What if you came for that day just to laugh at somebody else?
You know what? I was speaking with a colleague today about the matter, actually, a lady, and she hit on the fact that, look, again, what Will Smith did was absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. But she also hit on how Jada was wrong too for leaving her man hanging, quote unquote, after the fact.
I think
What
I
is
think
that
that's
mean?
Well,
crap too.
Where Jada made the comment of, I don't need to be rescued.
I agree.
After that, where
I think Jada
I mean,
got
what-
this
come on,
thing.
guys.
I think
Okay.
Jada got
Come on.
this thing down, man.
Right,
I think
well, what do you
Jada
expect?
is the
I mean, from all the other stories, you're talking about someone that's an abuser.
right, exactly.
What do you expect to come from the mouth of an abuser?
Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I
other
think
than
Will
more
knows
abuse.
what he's doing. I think he enjoys that. I think she
Right. So we don't know what goes on in the
Yeah.
relationships, and to be
Oh, yeah.
be honest, I really don't care.
Yeah,
right,
really don't
exactly.
care.
That's
You know,
why this should
I
be
mean,
over
for them. But when you're talking about public image,
Mhm.
then
Right.
it definitely tarnished it.
Right.
You know, when you're talking about their
Are
relationship,
you sure that it's
impeding-
tarnished though? Because people are attracted to that type of relationship. People are attracted, whether or not you
People
want to
may
agree
be
with it, but
attracted
people
to
are
the
attracted to that
relationship.
strong woman, manipulate that man type relationship. And Will is a very powerful man, so in order to be able to manipulate him, takes it like once again to another level.
I'm not going to agree with
yeah.
all of that. What I'm going to simply say is that, yeah, you may have somewhat of an interest or intrigue in that relationship, but the relationship is outside of what actually happened to Rock.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Those are two different separate things.
Oh
and
yeah,
you
we'll
have to
let
separate them.
him
Okay,
to
can I
do
ask you a
that.
question?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
So what happens when you're out with your girl and you got that type of girl that likes to see you fight for her? And so she's going to trick you into a fight.
You need to be mindful of that, and you need to decide whether or not you're going to stay in that relationship.
So
That's up
I
to-
mean, is that something like what we saw?
Possibly. Also, the question that was presented to me was, you stick by your significant other, right or wrong, even though
No.
What if they were
no,
sticking?
No.
What if they were
no,
sticking,
no.
man?
no.
I don't never go for that. I don't care if it's my kid, my mother, grandmother, whoever.
Here's how
if
the
you're
question was
wrong,
laid
you're
out.
wrong.
Oh, here's how the question was laid out. Publicly,
No.
you stick by each other.
No.
In the car,
No.
you know what you did was wrong.
No.
Right. Well,
okay.
Listen, if I'm wrong, my wife is going to tell me in public.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
But what
It's
if
not going to be when we get back to the house.
But you're not.
None of that.
But you're not in a relationship where you may feel you had to protect Jamie in that kind of.
Of course,
fashion.
I have. Of
what
course,
if
I
that lights
absolutely
the
I
spark,
have.
Okay.
though?
You know how many
What
times
if
we've
that
been
lights
to
the
somewhere in
spark?
Detroit and I had to jump and
Well, what if-
rescue and protect.
What if that lights the spark? What if that lights the spark? I mean,
Well, that's
you know.
between them.
Oh yeah, that's a different type of spark.
That's a different type of
Hey,
spark.
listen. While we are sitting here having this in-depth conversation about ladies, why don't we bring the lady of the week
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Yes,
so
yes,
she can
yes,
bring
yes,
us up
yes.
to speed?
Amber saying, I got things to do. You boys hurry up.
You
win,
over with right now.
You win.
You have lived on that street for a minute.
Amber, did you watch Chris Rock? Just have to ask real quick.
Amber, you have an audio issue.
This is what started all of this.
Hold on.
I was
There
on,
you go.
I was on. What's crazy is I had background noise and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. It was coming from my phone, so I'm trying to turn it off. Meanwhile, I was on mute the whole time. Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I'm
So
good. I'm good.
Did you watch the Chris Rock special?
I haven't watched it yet. I
Okay.
haven't watched
Oh,
it. I
okay.
was trying to half listen while you were talking about it because I want to watch it. I just haven't had a chance yet.
All is well.
It's a conversation piece, my friend.
All right.
I'm excited to see it.
Yes.
I wish
But
I
let's go ahead.
I said I wish I would have saw it now, so I could have jumped in the conversation. But that's okay. We'll talk about
Always
it.
next
Don't
time.
feel bad. It's a whole lot of people out
I
there who
haven't
don't have
watched it.
Netflix that didn't watch it. I'm just saying.
I can wait till
Listen. All right, so I am more interested in what you have to tell us this week about specifically this topic.
All right. So the proposed bill would give Biden the power to ban TikTok. It's passed the House. It has to pass the Senate and then pass the rest. Biden's already said he's likely not going to ban TikTok, but the American government basically is trying to say that having TikTok installed on your phone is essentially like having a Chinese spy balloon in your phone.
I've downloaded
That's
my,
been a big
or
deal,
not
too.
download. I've deleted my TikTok app.
Yeah, that's a big
I
deal.
just don't know what to do. I deleted it. I don't know what to do.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I did it too for about, when they first started this whole charade, I deleted it.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I also re-downloaded it. I downloaded it again, especially when Amber started coming on here and she started talking about TikTok and TikTok and TikTok. I wanted to go find out what TikTok is about. So now I, in the middle of the night, happen to scroll a little bit through TikTok. Are the Chinese coming for me?
Well, that was going to be my question. Josh, what are you scared of? Like, what are you deleting it for?
I don't know what to do.
Well, there's a big discussion about it. I mean, it's going to Congress.
It's
and
going to
everything.
be banned,
Yeah.
likely or unlikely. They're able to, the Chinese government is able to spy on us. I don't know.
Everybody's spying on
right
us
now. I don't know.
What did you say, Amber?
Everybody's spying on us on everything. Every single time
Everything
you
is a
download
spy.
any app on your phone, you are giving them You are giving them permission to do anything and everything they want with your information. Every time you look at something online, enter your information online, search for something, we have zero privacy. There is like this.
Yes, zero.
You
got
but we
a
have
point.
no privacy. So
And it
whether or
doesn't
not
do much
the
with no
if the Chinese government is going to use a TikTok, a social media app, to spy into the phones of Americans or whatever, and they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna find another way. You know what I'm saying? Like they already do. Didn't they just shoot down a balloon or something? Like
Listen,
they're
they
shooting
using
down like
balloons.
clockwork now.
They using TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? I think you make a real pertinent point. Come on, let's just be honest. We're talking about the Chinese government spying on us, but our own government spies on us.
Well, that's the one.
Oh my God.
We have no sense of privacy.
Yeah.
Being on Facebook and working like in the capacity that I have in the past, we have all but sold our souls, right, to use for these free social media apps. And so every single piece of information that you have ever even basically thought about is out there for advertisers to use. Like our biggest asset is our information about what we like, how much money we make, what we're shopping for, all of that. That information is being sold to businesses, and people are making millions of dollars off of your personal information, your interests, your income status, all of that.
Yeah.
So that is how why Facebook has been able to be this successful this long, is because they're selling your information to advertisers. That is why you can literally think of something and then you're like, wow, I'm scrolling through Facebook, I see an ad. Yeah, because they're in your thoughts. You don't even know it, but they are.
Yeah.
They're all over your thoughts. They're all over everything.
So TikTok is the last time I watched. Oh, I'm worried about the Chinese. They might do more. I mean,
hold on, stop.
It is with the
I
Americans.
just realized who we talking to. We're talking to a person who has over 70 billion views and followers on TikTok. She's trying to sell. Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait a
This
minute. Wait
conversation
a
is
minute.
biased.
So
This is
whichever
a
way the
real
conversation goes,
conversation.
it's going to benefit you if you got 1 trillion.
No, because
followers.
if TikTok gets banned, then what? Then you know what I'm saying? I have whatever I have on Instagram, Facebook. Like I'm in the process of trying to leverage just in case. I'm in the process. Hey guys, y'all gotta follow me on YouTube. Y'all gotta follow me on Instagram.
See, that's why they do that. You
Lay
have
it all
those,
out.
You have all those
Yeah.
platforms to make sure you stay circulated.
But for real though, does that make you somewhat fearful to hear the government talking about a platform that you've had so much success on?
No, I don't care. I have a whole life outside of TikTok. If TikTok goes
Uh-uh.
away, I'm gonna stay doing what I'm doing. I'm just gonna continue doing it in real life and on other platforms. And like, you know what I mean? It's cool that I've been able to grow the platform that I've grown, and I do love the community that I'm building on TikTok. But I will live, eat, breathe, and be amazing without it. I don't need the app.
All right, yeah, that was
Okay.
a good one. I like that.
Let it be known.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm still.
I will
I'm
be
still
just
working.
fine.
I'm still working.
Tell
All
it
right. So
like
what
you're
else?
telling
What
it
else
to a
happening
man's.
over at Meta?
Yeah, so Facebook is trying to be like TikTok. No, they're expanding the maximum video length to 90 seconds. Right now it has been up to 60 seconds, which really limits content creators' ability to create these longer form content pieces. And as we talked about before, with TikTok expanding, they want to even start toying with these 10-minute videos like YouTube, and they're incentivizing TikTok creators who are making videos over a minute long. So Meta is trying to kind of follow in those footsteps and give us the opportunity to make content up to 90 seconds long, which I think is kind of cool. But I'm just not a huge fan of Meta at the moment. So
Why not?
Now we're talking
it's
about
gonna take a
within
little
our
recovery.
stories, correct?
these are for Reels.
Oh,
The
okay.
Facebook Reels, yeah. So Facebook Reels, I think Instagram might already be at 90 seconds, but they're expanding your content creation limit with 90 seconds on Facebook Reels now. So,
Okay.
and I'm trying to think, is this part of? Yeah. So, and they're basically just trying to roll out more features like TikTok as far as your editing abilities and syncing your content with songs. So if you put a song on and you put a bunch of clips, it'll sync them to the music. These are things that TikTok has been doing since the beginning of TikTok pretty much. And
How long can you have, or how long is the length of a video on TikTok?
right now it's up to 3 minutes, but they're trying to expand that
3
even.
minutes.
Now, are they
Man, I'm telling you, that's like a mini clip every episode.
Isn't the
That's a
age
movie
for
trailer.
TikTok between 25 and 35, or teenager to 30? Isn't that the young people's
Well, they say
platform?
TikTok was, more Gen Zers than anything, but it's really heavily saturated by millennials right now.
Oh, it's getting saturated. Okay,
Yeah.
so it is becoming a factor in the competition
Oh,
with Facebook and all that on this level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because TikTok is really different. Like people feel like on Instagram you got to be really aesthetic and perfect and everything, and on Facebook you got to be a certain way because your friends and family are on there. But people really feel like they can be themselves on TikTok, and they feel like once they find their community, I'm telling you, TikTok's algorithm, in my opinion, for the most part, it's had its issues, but it's been pretty good at just identifying kind of where you belong and making you feel related to or relatable. So TikTok definitely is.
That's that algorithm just figuring everything out.
Yeah, like, oh, you might like this. I do like that. Thank you. I'm gonna.
Well, all
Yeah.
right then.
On Facebook and Instagram, you feel like if you like something, they're showing you an ad for it.
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
as soon as you put something in there, when you blink, they're gonna send it to you.
Yes.
So by the time you leave out the house, you're gonna know about it. You're gonna have
So
about 5 or 6 ads.
You feel like you're constantly being sold to. Now on TikTok, you're also constantly being sold to, but you don't know it yet. It's harder to tell if you're being sold to on TikTok or not.
Hey, so we actually have a viewer that I think made a great point. Says the question is, how long will Reels allow you to play copyrighted music along with your video? He believes that it's 15 seconds.
Right. Well, and
Oh,
see,
yeah.
that depends on what type of account you have, if it's a personal account or a business account, but they're a lot more restrictive with business accounts if you use copyrighted music. But any music that is on TikTok or Instagram that you can select from, it is music that is distributed through the distribution company. So whatever music distribution, if they use like DistroKid or CD Baby or whatever it is to distribute their music, to platforms like Tidal and Spotify and all of that, they're also distributing those songs to be used on Instagram and TikTok and things like that. So depending on whatever their distribution deal is or their licensing agreements for that distribution is, that's going to determine whether or not that song can be played on personal accounts, business accounts, things like that.
Hey, hold on, Amber. Before we go to the next topic, you can. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but you guys remember the Addams Family back in the day?
Of course.
And when Morticia, she used to go into her French and it would be like, oh. Listen, when she get into her groove and she just goes and tell it, I mean, she knows her stuff.
Dropping bars.
Right? How long have you been doing this, Amber?
Like 10 years at least.
10 years. Eat, sleep, breathe, drink it.
So you have the mega force.
And I know about the music stuff because I used to be an artist manager. So I used to actually have to set up the distribution. So I'm like, I know all about that and how, as we started incorporated into social media and how it was used. So
wow. Yeah. Wow. That's really heavy for social media.
What's going on lastly over at Instagram?
Okay, so Instagram is testing age verification tools. Now, we talked about using the ID verification to get, your little blue check, but also they're just trying to put in more protective measures for minors. So the funny thing is, though, like this is supposed to be to protect the minors on the app, which it does, but they offer you 3 different options to verify your age. So the first is showing your ID, your driver's license ID, whatever it may be. The second is I forgot what the second one is. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But the third one is basically you just have a friend verify. Like you can have some mutual friends from Instagram say, oh yeah, this person is the age that they say they are, which I think is really funny because I feel like they could just lie. Like if it's a mutual friend.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you could just put I was born in 1982.
Right.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
But the second one is a video selfie, which again, it's a specially trained AI that can identify your age range using this video selfie to verify.
Okay, let's take a guess. Let's take a guess. How old? Everybody.
Okay, we're gonna guess everybody's age.
Let's take a guess, everybody. We are going to
Here we go. Who's first?
Go ahead.
Apparently I am.
I'm gonna guess 38, 39.
38.
All right.
Are you 38?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Grown man.
Make that game fun at all.
Grown man.
All right.
Grown man.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's I'll take my turn then.
Okay.
I know.
I'm gonna say 45.
45? I hear 45. Do I hear anything else going on around the room? What say you over here? 50.
The 5
50. If you don't cut it out, come on. Come on, can I get rid of it?
He's not 50, he's 60.
A double. See, wait a minute. I was getting ready to say something about that, but then I can't say what I was about to say. He just called you a double old man. He just called you a double old man, but I'm not going to say because my turn is next. So.
Okay, then.
It was wide open.
All right. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Listen,
60-year-old man, you.
Amber, again, we appreciate you every week for coming and teaching us something because that's what you do best. If we were trying to follow you, because a lot of people do want to follow you when you're done here, where can they follow you at?
Get Real with AB on all platforms.
On all platforms. But what's your number one platform, though?
TikTok.
TikTok.
That's
why y'all can't listen to her.
With power.
TikTok, you don't stop.
But she has a trillion.
We will see you again next week. Thank you, Amber. We appreciate you, Amber. That's what I'm talking about. I love when she shows up to kind of teach me something that I didn't know.
Break it down for you.
Right?
Break it down.
Every week.
Hey,
why don't we pause for a minute? In a second, we're actually going to have coming on somebody I've been waiting to talk to for a while, Mr. Crypto Blood. You guys already know who he is. He was here actually a little while ago, trying to educate Josh and I about everything having to do with crypto. So we want to bring him back and have another in-depth conversation with him about what's going on in the crypto markets and give even more relevance as to a lot of the things we just don't quite get. All right. So
did you get a little bit more educated with this?
I'm definitely getting my educational
education.
So
Well, I love education.
We will be back in about two.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Josh.
I'm Karlos, better known as Cryptolos.
This is the Tech School podcast powered by DSDT.
I just made up Cryptolos in case you didn't.
And that's exactly what this is. We're back in the building, side by side.
If you haven't checked out the podcast, make sure that you go to it wherever you get your podcast from.
But in the meantime, see ya.
Looking to start a rewarding career in the healthcare industry? Look no further than DSDT's Medical Assistant Diploma program. Our program offers hands-on training in a real-world setting so that you can learn the skills needed to succeed. In the span of only 9.5 months, you'll receive top-notch instruction from experienced healthcare professionals, giving you the confidence you need to excel in such a high-demand industry. So why wait? Invest in your future today and enroll in DSDT's Medical Assistant Diploma program.
At a Detroit School for Digital Technology, we strive to provide students who are willing to learn new and exciting skill sets with a quality education in cutting-edge film technology to include recording in HD and 4K formats, drone videography, editing, and state-of-the-art color grading. Our instructors are friendly, knowledgeable industry professionals who are willing to teach. For more information, call us at 313-263-4200 or visit us on the web at dsdt.tech.
All right. Back at it, gentlemen. Let's get to it. Carlos and Darren, let's bring Crypto Blood onto the show.
Crypto Blood.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I'm with it.
You with it? You with it? Then let's get it.
What's happening with Crypto Blood?
Hey, tell Amber she's pushing digital fentanyl with that with that TikTok stuff, man. Get it out of here, man.
You don't know what it's going to reveal.
Hey.
Great analogy, brother. Great analogy.
And for those who don't know, we actually had a viewer text in and say, Amber has about 369,000 followers on TikTok. I don't know about you guys, but I think I might have two.
I deleted my TikTok.
You deleted your TikTok?
Well, I didn't delete it. I just uninstalled it from my phone.
Okay.
I tried it for about 2 months, maybe.
Okay.
I just couldn't get with it, guys. It's digital fentanyl. We're deteriorating the consciousness and the attention span of the world, not just America, but the world. I can't get with it. But more power to Amber. She's doing her thing.
Digital fentanyl.
Digital fentanyl. Wow. But he's going to say digital. He's going to say digital fentanyl about digital currency, and these bots, and these flash loans, and these algorithms.
Okay, so man, we need people to be long. We need to get back to long formed content, man. These short clips are killing us.
Yeah,
killing us.
But I thought you learned faster in short bursts.
Not in 60 seconds. not in 30 seconds.
What can I get to do in 60 seconds? Can you learn something?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so.
Mr. Crypto Blood, we'd like to thank you once again for taking out of your busy schedule to come and join us to have an informed session. I won't even call it a discussion because I learned more from you than I actually can discuss. So for those who don't know who you are, my astute student host over here actually brought to his attention of you.
Yes,
and he had no idea. Can you kind of do us the honor of telling everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, man. Go by Crypto Blood, native Detroiter, 7 Mile. And I do a podcast, a few podcasts actually, but my primary, what I'm known for is my YouTube channel, CBTV. And on that channel, I do interviews with various entertainers, financial educational luminaries in various industries and stuff, and also do like a weekly stream on the weekends, and I do daily news clips, usually about 45-minute sessions where I go over the crypto news for the day. So yeah, that's what I do, man. And I trade as well. I'm a trader, as we were talking before.
Okay, so now that's the crux of it. When you say you trade, what do you trade? Baseball cards?
Digital fentanyl.
Digital fentanyl. There we go again.
So you trade TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trade TikTok. No, I trade primarily the crypto markets, and also FX, so foreign exchange. I have the most experience in foreign, FX, and that is, if people don't know, stands for foreign exchange. That's your currencies like the euro, the yen, the pound, the CAD, which is known as the loonie. But yeah, so.
Hey, so here's a question I have to start off this conversation. Give us a sense of the general state of cryptocurrency at the moment, because it's kind of confusing as to, is it good, is it bad? What's the situation in the cryptocurrency world?
Well, if you let the media tell you, it's dead for the 150th time. So that's what the media is going to tell you. They're going to tell you that FTX has ruined the crypto industry. They're going to say that FTX is the reason why we need more regulation in the crypto industry. And these are all false narratives. Yes, the price is down, but this is part of, I don't want to get too deep into it, but there's a lot of moving parts as to why we've seen, the crypto markets explode over the last 2 years. It's been primarily because of Federal Reserve easy money, monetary policies, okay? And so I don't know if we want to dive that deep into it, but basically during the pandemic, as everyone knows, the stimmy checks were flowing. People were getting all this money. They were at home. They didn't know what to do with it. They started buying luxury watches, okay? They started buying cryptos. They started buying stocks. Went up significantly. And as we bleeding out, so the watch market has been hit by about 50%, 50 to 60% from its highs. Same as cryptos has been hit actually harder. But yeah, that's where we are, man. I think still there's a big amount of utility to be seen, used, and sought after within the crypto industry, though. It's not all about price.
So when you say that you're comparing crypto to watch markets, I get the watches, right? Because they're more tangible. But
okay,
have we really gotten to the point to where crypto is as valuable as the access of tangible things?
Of course. So value is perception. Value is all perceived, right? And is all basically a social community experiment. So if me and Los think that this item is worth this, then that's what it's worth, right? So value is always perceived. And if you think about it, is a Rolex really worth $35,000?
Ooh,
$20,000? I think we get more utility out of an Apple Watch than we do the utility out of a Rolex automatic movement watch, right? So
Right.
Again, value is always perceived.
Now, I want to ask you a question. I want to state some things first because I've been listening, and then I want to ask you a couple of general questions. First, you from Detroit, 7 Mile?
7 Mile to Better Mile, baby.
What, east or west?
West Side.
You're a West Side man from 7 Mile doing crypto. And you done already talked about bots and algorithms and flash loans. So now we know.
No flash loans.
No flash loans? Oops, I snuck that one in.
No flash loans.
You didn't talk about that? I thought
sir.
I thought you mentioned that by chance. No?
No, sir.
Okay, but are you a flash loan man?
I have no clue what that is.
Oh, you don't know what flash loans are.
No.
All right.
Hard money loan?
Well, kind of. It can be, but it's a 30-second loan.
Get out of my house.
It happens in 30 seconds.
No, sir. That's some 6 Mile stuff, I guess. I don't.
Is that He done separated.
I don't know.
Actually, it's a
don't
little bit
know.
more 8 mileage. We got to get up.
Oh,
to
maybe 8 mile. You're right.
Yeah, it's
You're
a
right.
little bit more 8
Wow.
mileage. Yeah.
So are you
You're
saying they inventing currencies over there?
Yeah, we're making it happen. See, we understanding these loans, so we can get these loans done in 2 minutes and make everybody rich.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
So, I
Sounds
mean,
like
you
a-
were talking about the bots, and you have to use a bot in order to do a flash loan. So, how do you work your bots?
So the bots are basically based on a proprietary set of signals or parameters that I see in the markets that give me the signal to go long or go short in a market. So going long is actually buying that particular asset, and if the price goes up, I make money when I sell, right? So the most important part of trading is the exit. So if I sell at a profit or above where I bought, minus commission fees, I pocket that money. So going short is going to be the opposite, where I'm essentially borrowing that said asset from my broker at that price, and I'm promising to pay them back that same amount of, let's just say Apple stock. So if I borrow 100 Apple stock at $100, right, and I promise to pay them back in the future the 100 Apple shares. If Apple goes to $50, I'm not paying them back $100 worth of Apple shares, like $100 of 100 Apple shares. I'm paying them back 50 Apple shares. So I basically take the net positive of that. So that's essentially, in a technical way, what shorting is where you make money when a stock or asset like cryptos go down. So yeah.
Okay, now how many bots do you have on that particular one that you're talking about, or do you have several bots to apply to the different currencies that you might be working with?
Right. So you'll have different bots, same strategy, but different parameters for each bot, for each pair. Right. So I trade in cryptocurrencies. We trade Bitcoin versus USDT, Ethereum versus USDT, and Binance versus USDT currently. That's live. So
in order to have a safety and in order to understand what's going on, how many bots do you actually use in one occasion?
In crypto markets, we were using 3.
3?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. For each pair, one for each pair.
Okay. Now, do you actually get the bots off of that platform, or is there bots that you have to go to in order to order and then go into the platform?
No, so I build the bots on TradingView, which is a charting software. So
you build the bots personally?
Yes. Yep. I use it. So TradingView has a language called PineScript, which is very simple. PineScript. It's very similar to JavaScript.
Right.
Very similar to JavaScript. Yep. It's their own native syntax though, and so they have a huge community of people that use their language to create different trading systems within their platform.
So PineScript is as just important to bots as JavaScript is just important to blockchain. Or crypto.
Well, no, because that's just PineScript is kind of it's a proprietary language only is on TradingView.
Gotcha.
Right? So people build bots in Python.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's several ways to build your bot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Back that part up. You say people build bots in what language?
Python.
Oh, they just happen to teach that at DSDT. In case you guys don't know, I want to make sure.
I was building into that.
I want to make sure you know. Listen, I have a question. So last year, probably around the same time we had a conversation, Bitcoin was doing some phenomenal things. I think it was up near 40K. Yeah. And now it's dropped drastically. Do you have an explanation for what's happening in the market for the inquiring minds that want to know?
Yeah, man. I think as I stated at the beginning, crypto Los. I like Los. I think I like Los crypto a little bit better. But we could talk. We could talk about that offline.
Well, listen, hold on now. If you want me to be, because you are the man, right? If you really, really want me to be Los Crypto, I can make that happen.
There we go. Lowe's Crypto, ladies and gentlemen.
Low
Crypto.
crypto.
Hey, listen now.
But
Remember now. You guys got it right here.
because this man just told you he got a bot, so you got to make this man make that bot work for you.
You guys got it right here from my good
Yeah,
friend Crypto Blood. He blessed me today.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hopefully,
So
he
I
can bless
think
you to do that bot for you.
to answer your question though, it's all because of the Federal Reserve, as I mentioned briefly earlier, Los. When the Federal Reserve allows for easy money, that allows for people to speculate or gamble in various asset classes. So as Red River, shout out to Red River Post, that's my guy from CBTV Network. Thanks for tuning in, bro. As he stated, federal funds rates went up. So as money becomes more expensive, people want to do less speculating with it or gambling with it. You get what I'm saying? So that entail makes them sell very speculative asset classes like cryptos. Even stocks are speculative at the end of the day. They don't want you to think that they're not. They want to make you to think they're very safe, but it's a very speculative asset class as well. So when you see money become more expensive, those prices of those asset classes like stocks and cryptos start to head lower. So that's a direct correlation as to why we're seeing that pullback in cryptos.
So does that mean that possibly money or cryptocurrency is going to begin to go back up at some point?
Yeah.
Or are we going to stay here
so.
at the 20K range for a while?
I think we're heading higher. Of course, it's all about timing. I don't have a crystal ball. Actually, I do. It's in the shop right now. So when I get it out, I'll come back to the show and tell you guys when and where to buy. But
is it always just to focus on Bitcoin though? I mean, Bitcoin can go down and other coins go up. Other coins can go up and keep going up. Bitcoin can go down and then come back up.
That's a good.
How do we look at that?
Good observation. And I would say it depends on your time frame, your time horizon. So if you're talking day to day, sure. If Bitcoin is going down, you can have a lot of altcoins, which is any coin other than Bitcoin. You can have altcoins go up for various reasons in the short term, right? But if you zoom out, you'll begin to see the correlation between Bitcoin and altcoins are very, very tight, meaning very close to 80%, 85%, maybe even 90%, okay, correlation with altcoins. So when you're talking about a 6-month, 12-month or higher time frame when assessing the crypto markets, it definitely is a correlation. And so where Bitcoin goes, the altcoins go.
Okay, so now where do you come in at? Are you just doing it for yourself, or do you got like 5 people? Can 10 people get together? I mean, we're going to establish that people don't want to do the work. They just want to throw money at you. And the reason why FTX went down is because they say people didn't do what they were supposed to. They just kept their money in their wallet. So he went in there and he took their money. Now you're here and
I'm the black FTX.
Can we just throw money at you and get this done?
Yeah, I'm the black FTX. I'm gonna take all your money.
Are you the black FTX?
And then I'm gonna get away with it because I got an afro.
Okay, so with that being said,
I'm being sarcastic. It's not gonna happen, ladies and gents.
But I love the sarcasm because it leads to a question here. How do I keep my cryptocurrency safe?
There you go. That's what we were talking about.
Very good question. Very good question. The best way is unfortunately the hardest way. That's how life is, though, right? In many cases, the best way is to self-custody your cryptos. That means keep your cryptos in a wallet that you hold the private keys and public keys to. The public key is your address that you give anyone, right? If you want someone to send you some crypto, you give them your public key. The private key is the key you never show or never reveal, because that basically gives access to that ledger, that line on that blockchain. It gives you access to that ledger, that entry point to take funds out of that.
What is the easiest example of a wallet? Cold, hot, and mixed.
Well,
you have a cold wallet, you have a hot wallet, and you have a
right. So your hot wallet is going to be a wallet that you have access to and send funds often, to and fro on a constant basis. A cold
So
wallet.
your hot wallet is what everybody can get their hands on.
No, not necessarily. It's just the one that you give the public key to.
Okay.
Right. Your cold wallet is one you don't touch. It's only coins going in, and you don't touch that wallet. Okay. You don't send out from that wallet.
So now,
but to answer your question though regarding like how to keep it safe, the best way is to have self custody over your coins, not to have them on a cryptocurrency exchange, like a Coinbase, like a Kraken, or RIP FTX. But that's a whole nother topic to talk about FTX, because that's a whole nother situation.
Yes, it's a whole other scenario.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so crypto. If I'm just an everyday Joe Blow, I got a few dollars that I would like to invest in crypto, despite what I've been hearing on the regular in the media. What coins would you suggest that would be perhaps better than some of the others that are well known?
Can't tell you because I can't give financial advice.
Well, great. I wouldn't want you to break your sacred creed.
I'm going to give financial advice. Everybody spend $1 trillion on what this man is about to tell you.
Okay.
That's financial advice.
All right.
Matter of fact, make it 2 trillion. You've got it.
But is there anything that we as first time investors should even consider when looking at something like this?
You want to go, you want to go with the basics, the bigger cap, the larger caps, kind of the same investment philosophy you will use in cryptos, in stocks. You will probably want to apply to the crypto space as well. So go at your larger cap cryptos, like your Bitcoins and the Ethereums, Binance coin. I don't like XRP because it's a banker's coin, but Cardano, Polygon. So there are a number of larger market cap coins that you can dip your toe in, and the whole philosophy behind that is usually larger the larger the market cap, the lower the volatility for those coins are going to be relative to the other coins. I have the operative word is relative, because crypto in general is highly volatile, highly speculative, and you can lose a lot of money if you sell at the wrong time, right? So it's all about what is your investment time horizon. If it's 5 years, great. You can dollar cost average in at these prices. These are great prices. We're 68% off the all-time highs for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and even higher for other coins like XRP. I think we're off the highs of 90%. So you got a 90% drawdown.
So are you working with that XRP?
I'm not. I do not like the banker's coin.
What about if they win?
They are the ops.
Win, they're not going to win.
They are not going to win. I guarantee.
So they are going to be classified. They are going to be classified as a security.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jump off the bridge. It's over.
That's it. That's
XRP fans.
Do you? So do you see the government finally getting a whole or a nice regulation out here in the near future regarding all these currencies?
Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Do you see the government somehow, some way, actually buckling down and issuing out some regulation in regards to what's happening with the markets?
Oh, it's happening right before our eyes. It's been happening. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, last year and the year before, made it very clear that they were going to start cracking down on cryptos. It's unfortunate because we need, as Americans, as an economy here in the U.S., we need to be on the cutting edge of the next technology move, right? AI and crypto, and artificial intelligence, AI and quantum computing. I said AI twice, but crypto, AI, quantum computing. Those are the three industries that we need to stay at the cutting edge with. And we're unfortunately with regulatory, it looks like we're not going to. It's not going to be a very advantageous environment for entrepreneurs trying to get into the crypto space. They're going to have to go somewhere else.
Let me ask you a question. So now in Detroit, because we know that Detroit is a little further behind than everyone else. I mean, we need 10 of you just to almost keep up with where we are. I mean, we're very, very far behind. So do you suggest we put together some type of learning groups for crypto, how to understand the wallet, how to understand the platform, how to understand the
good question.
blockchain itself?
I'm actually going to be working with a guy, a buddy of mine I've known since 2017 in the crypto space. He's opening it's almost like a social club, a crypto social club down in Florida, near I think near Tampa. He wants to replicate that blueprint once he gets his up, and I think he's launching in end of March. But he wants to do something up in the city with me. So I'm going to partner with him potentially. We're going to talk and see if we can do something here. A nice little like 40-40 club, but for crypto.
Yeah, I think that would be really, really excellent idea. I do believe. I want to ask you another question. I want to ask you. I don't know if you know about it or not, but do you know that if you put together a business plan or a grant proposal, that you could receive funds in order to learn all these things that you're talking about?
Yes. Yep.
So you're going to be doing that too. You're going to be actually getting those monies and teaching the people in the city how to use crypto and blockchain in order to move forward.
Well, I don't know if I probably won't be able to do it myself because I'm pretty busy. But I'm again with the vision of potentially doing a like social club, a tech social club lounge type thing in the city. Maybe out of that we can spawn something that has an organization that helps teach the youth about this. Because
hey, you know what,
you guys, go ahead.
I got an idea, Crypto. How about you guys put together the grant so that I can take the funds and invest in crypto? You can. I'm just
absolutely
saying,
perfect.
Just right.
I mean, that sounds so American.
That's
so money, right?
That sounds so capitalism.
Can you
that
please,
sounds so capitalist.
Matter of fact, Mr. Darren, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign you up to do the actual first draft of the grant.
Well, I would love to work with this gentleman. I would like to see you and talk to you because I am definitely a Detroiter that wants to be on the ground floor with you, understanding.
Yeah, we have to. It's blockchain, but it's also more importantly, guys, it's like this AI wave. I don't know if you guys are using Chat GPT.
Absolutely.
I was an early user of it. Actually, I've been following and done videos on Chat GPT for over a year and a half, almost 2 years now.
Okay.
So there was a version 1. I started covering it version 2 about a year and a half ago. So I'm keeping my finger on the pulse of AI because the AI revolution is actually going to be bigger than the crypto revolution.
Wow.
That is really where I would try to focus a lot of attention with the youth, because I got to figure out a way to have them in some form or fashion be included in this revolution, because the whole point of AI is to very aggressively eliminate human capital. That's just the nature of AI. Okay, it's especially open AI and what's called AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. When we get to that point, you ever heard of the whole term the singularity moment?
Yes,
that's singularity at that point. Like, most jobs will be unnecessary. So we got to figure out a way to really keep people involved.
Wow.
Good stuff. Well, Crypto Blood, we appreciate.
Might have to become a plumber, y'all. A plumber,
electrician.
Man. Plunge it out.
Seriously, I'm serious.
I'm still gonna need AI to tell me what it is that I'm doing. I'm just saying.
Well, it sounds like we need to have Crypto Blood come back on again.
Yes,
right.
sir.
At some point.
Yeah.
Right.
You're wanted, Crypto Blood. You're wanted, man.
Anytime.
And high demand. High demand.
Hit me up.
Anytime. He's always welcome. Crypto, I thank you. I mean, from crypto to one crypto, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying.
Y'all gonna work on changing that name. We're gonna become
Los Crypto.
Los
You already know
Crypto.
the name. Hold on now.
Crypto Blood,
Hold on.
Los Crypto.
Hold on.
Crypto.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
I was given to by one of the godfathers.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
You've been made to
Listen, I want to thank you again for taking our time to come and educate at least two of us, because one of us sound like
Crypto McKay. I'm Crypto McKay,
Aaron is
y'all.
already in the know.
I'm saying.
They were just having a conversation.
Yeah, because I don't know nothing about bots and pheromones or whatever it was that they was talking about.
Well, we're gonna learn because this man is here. We're gonna put Detroit on the map.
Absolutely.
We're gonna run down that digital
no
divide
doubt.
here.
You are absolutely appreciated. I would love to have you at some point come even in person to speak to maybe even our students. One of the great things, and I've said this before to you when you were here, I find even more intriguing about you is the fact that you are a hell of a content creator. You know, I actually subscribe to your feeds and I get notifications all the time. And sometimes I just sit back and I'm taken aback by the information that you have to curate for us. So I appreciate you and I thank you. I thank you. And I definitely would love to have you come back again. And like I said, even in person to speak to the student body that we have here at DSDT. All right.
All right.
More than well. I definitely would do it. Absolutely, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend. And we look forward to having you again. Take care.
Take care.
Holla.
Great talking to you.
Great conversation.
You think that was pretty good?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You guys were just shooting the breeze about the box and
Absolutely, he did.
Everything else.
Absolutely did. Well, I guess we're gonna have to ask Mr. Darren to come back.
Yeah.
On a future episode. I mean,
I enjoyed it very much. I need plenty of content. I need plenty of cryptocurrency content too. So
all right.
That would be excellent. I appreciate you inviting me, and I appreciate talking to this brother because I'm gonna have to definitely call him tonight. I'm talk to this brother.
Well, absolutely.
In Detroit, and I didn't know about him. Something that's wrong with my studies, so I got to correct that.
Hey, a small world. A small world. All right.
Josh?
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not, sir. Who am I?
You are Los Crypto.
Los Crypto.
That's right.
You just got
Los
reborn
Crypto.
today. You just you got the healing of the hands.
Be careful.
You got the
Be
hands.
careful. Watch
healing.
next week. Watch next week
He
the
changed it
commercial that you guys have. I'm just saying. I know people who know people at the digital technology school. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Josh, take us on home, please.
Yes, sir. For Darren, Los Crypto, I'm Josh. This is the Tech School Podcast powered by DSDT. We'll see you next week. But in the meantime, see ya.